Yes.
Since I know freighters well enough, can I secret this in, like in between some wiring?
You mean in the smuggler's compartment?
Essentially.
I think this ship actually comes with a smuggler's compartment.
Then I'm going to put it in not that compartment and a different spot. I just pull up a floorboard.
I know we succeeded on the perception check in shaking this thing down. Did we find anywhere that we could conceal it?
I need to check to see if this thing has a smuggler's compartment, because I thought it did.
I mean, even if it does, I'm not putting
the YT.
Let's pretend it does.
It does not have a smuggler's compartment, but yes, you can stuff it between wires
We'll
and
find some areas of wiring that's like really electromagnetic that might hide it from scanners.
Yep, putting it right in there.
All right.
Somewhere really dense.
That.
Rakcharr looks directly at it and says, "That seems really conspicuous."
Yep. It's extremely
We
conspicuous.
cover it with a cardboard box.
Yeah. Can't see it anymore.
Well, we attempt to hide it as best we can.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably behind a wall panel or something.
It's fine.
And because even if I didn't know what we know and we're going back out on foot before I'm not fucked up, I'm going to stim pack.
All right.
So
That's 6, right?
It's 5.
5.
5 for the first one, yeah, which will be your first of this day. Which is your first ever. So we shouldn't take the box and try to run with it to the station.
No.
No.
Okay.
Especially if it's something, not quite cool to be carrying around.
All right.
It's Black Sun on it. If this thing isn't illegal, I will eat that astromech droid.
I hope it's not illegal.
Rakcharr, looks and, furrows his brows at the Astro Droid and looks back at Lissa.
That's not a nice thing to say even about R5s.
The R5 makes a comment about knowing where you sleep at night.
Joke's on you. We all know where we sleep.
Rakcharr looks at the R5 and says, and still not understanding, well, you're not enslaved. I freed you from Forta the Hutt. I mean, you're welcome to do whatever you like.
So Rakcharr does speak binary.
No.
He's
Rakcharr
just
yelling at the thing in Shriwook.
Rakcharr just yelling you're free as he bowls him down the boarding ramp.
No, the Rakcharr is being serious about that. I didn't take you to slave you and put a restraining bolt on you. I don't care what you do.
So
You're free from
Droid
Forta.
speaks Shriwook.
I, on the other hand, do have a restraining bolt, so...
Whoa!
The R5 is going to try to waddle away.
Yeah, no, when you say that, J3PO is going to take 2 big steps out of arm's reach.
She's written on the side of it, anesthetics.
Rakcharr frowned deeply.
Look, you never know when you need one.
Yeah, but it's... whatever.
Hey, I'm just saying, maybe I'll go
go-
pick up some slave collars.
If the astromech wants to go, why should we force it to stay where it'll probably just screw with us?
It's running into a different part of the ship, not trying to escape.
Yeah,
It's complaining about having to stay with us and then staying with us.
Stockholm
It's an
Syndrome.
R5. It's just a dick.
I don't understand what this R5 means.
That's what type of droid it is.
Okay. They have...
Yeah, they all have their little quirks, and these ones are... Well,
They're not nice.
They're not the
Honest-
nicest.
Rack, it's lucky that Forta wanted to go budget, because otherwise it would have been just turned into a crop farming unit.
And I saw 3 of these things in that hangar.
I don't understand why you think it wasn't nice. That R5 seemed to be pretty fine to me.
Hey, I appreciate what he did. They've got a reputation, is all I'm saying.
I picked it up and put it in the ship, and it helped put Jay back together, and it helped bring us to the space station.
You know, Jay, Threepios have a reputation, too.
What? For being erratic?
And kind of obnoxious.
Also irrational.
She just smiles at him.
I never really knew about these droid reputations. Interesting. Rakcharr like scrutinizes Jay to like see if he can like see like neuroticism, like irrationality.
He has an aura of neuroticism around him. You just have to look closely enough. So, should we not keep these people waiting much longer? They are kind of large and
they
powerful.
said that they would be here. Like, we're waiting for them.
Well, they said they'd be over in the other hangar.
Right, but we have to wait for the people who are coming here to this hangar.
What?
They didn't say wait there over the intercom yet, did they?
They did, but that was before. That's what.
Oh, and then we got the
Then the customs.
message.
We could just say the customs guys come in and like look around and say, okay.
Okay.
They make that little like they walk in, look around like, huh, don't see anyone. We're out.
All right.
Like they're obviously trying not to look for anything.
Okay. In that case, yeah, we're good to go. We're good to take the box. I can take the box with me, and we can go.
So,
Okay, you got the box.
and we covered up the symbol, and we're heading out.
We're heading anywhere else.
I'm carrying it like 2x6s on someone's shoulder. Rakcharr has this thing propped up.
Well,
So we make our way towards, what was it, A13?
How heavy is this box? Does it feel like a light box, or is it
it's
like...
pretty light.
Okay. Rakcharr
For
yawns.
you.
Like, whatever. It's like a pillow in it, like some sort of like special custom-made pillow or something.
It's pretty light. It's only 213 pounds.
Wow, that's really light.
Well, getting to A13 is pretty simple. It's just get into a turbo lift, go down, and then, walk over about 50 to
What
100.
kind of interesting sights or characters do we see as we're walking?
You saw an
to the
Authorian.
station?
That looks pretty cool. Some
Which
Rhodians.
ones are those?
the
Were they
ones
the
with-
ones with like the curvy neck? And
Yes.
Eyes on the sides?
And the ability to scream at people and cause strain.
Oh, so Wookiee.
He's just screaming everywhere.
And a bunch of some Rhodians who were arguing at a cantina. Normal stuff.
Horrible.
Sorry, I'm just picturing Ithorian screaming like a goat.
No.
Goat scream.
You know, maybe it's just me, and I don't know whether any of you would agree, but Rhodians always looked a little sleazy to me.
That's
Laana looks back and just slightly nods while giving him the look like, yeah, we try not to talk about that.
Like, that's a thing that everyone thinks, but no one says.
Yeah.
This is
Like,
an
you're
actual-
supposed to look, you're supposed to check around yourself before making that kind of comment.
Rakcharr doesn't understand political correctness or socializing.
He doesn't know the nuances of the social contract.
He doesn't know that he's not supposed to mention.
And that's why he just gets a kind of, yeah, with a little nod.
Well, at Hangar A13, the doors open. Upon entering, you see there is a Lambda class shuttle there, and there's a single person standing outside of it. He's dressed in Imperial military regalia.
Rakcharr, like, actually, like, appearing, like, seeing, like, the Imperial regalia, he, like, stops walking, he, like, blinks, like, looks away, looks back at the Imperial regalia.
Yes, I am the one who sent you this information. Come in.
What rank and such does he wear?
Oh, do you know Imperial rankings? Well, you
Of
might.
course I would.
Okay, yeah, he currently has the rank of Moff.
Oh, great.
Is it interchangeable?
What?
Currently.
He has a rank of a Moff.
What's the proper way to address such a person? What
I
do
don't-
they prefer?
I
They would
suppose there
prefer-
would be,
Feel
like,
free to ad lib.
like, their flexibility, like, since mobs, like, oversee, like, different territories, they might have their own rules and opinions in how they're addressed.
Grand Moff Tarkin preferred to be called His Excellency and stuff like that.
Didn't he
this
also
guy-
choked?
Yeah, Grand Moff Tarkin got... No.
Did he
didn't
just
get
die in an
choked.
explosion?
He just died in an explosion.
Yeah,
he
Tarkin's
died on
dead.
his baby.
Yeah. This guy is like... You may not know who I am. I am Moff Ral Zarek of the planet Theta. And you have something I require.
Rakcharr is just going to believe in his head that this is actually just some sort of like spy agent who's dressed up as an Imperial agent. Rakcharr will just like, fine. No, it's not really the Empire. Fine.
Shit, I'll know how to address a moth.
Maybe don't worry about it and just like approach.
Oh,
him,
it is just a governor
Moth's
thing.
surname is the go-to, I believe.
Apparently governor, or Moth basically is sector governor.
Yeah. I read up a bit on the Imperial rankings whenever I read the Aegean Empire book.
Yeah, well, it doesn't quickly say anything about how to address them, so, Oh, and, what can we do to assist you with this? And she gives him a nice smile.
The item I require lies in that box your Wookiee friend is carrying. I'm willing to
We
pay.
had a feeling.
I'm willing to pay for it.
Well, that's most generous.
I offered to pay Forta, but he refused my generosity.
He's been having his own problems recently.
Yes, I know. I heard with the Black Suns attacking his estate. It's funny how the Black Suns don't ever get any repercussions for their wanton attacks against Forta, isn't it?
Well, if they have enough power to attack his estate, I'm not surprised.
No, it's the Imperial garrison. They are in the Black Sun's pocket. Otherwise, the garrison would go and crush them and not let any such violence happen in the streets.
Well, that's
But I
strange.
digress.
Don't they fall under the governor of Theta?
I was assigned to this post 3 months ago.
But of course.
I am in the process of cleaning up the streets of Theta, as it were, and that little item is going to help me do it.
Well, I imagine you have quite the work cut out for you. What would something that would help you be worth to you?
A lot more than you can think, but I think the fact that you have a stolen starship is, for one, helps out.
She just smiles.
I will offer you this. I'll let you have the starship. Well, the starship we add to the Imperial Register. Let it basically meaning it's yours. No charge. And I'll give you 10,000 credits for that box.
To negotiate or not to negotiate?
Zamoth.
Say, I presume, I think that's how it works. You would like oppose like his negotiation, so that would be your difficulty and challenge.
Yeah. And I'm not sure, like, if you fail, what that can cause.
Depends on how. Like, if you just fail, I don't think that would do anything. But if you get like threats or a despair on top of that,
Yeah.
like I don't care.
Think, I don't think he's in their pocket. I think he was buying this from them.
Like, I think it doesn't matter to me whichever way you do it, right? I mean, this is like the realm of your character. So if you feel
This is
comfortable
well
enough with
within
doing
your
that,
wheelhouse.
go for it.
I
It'll
don't
make
feel
things
super
interesting either
comfortable
way, right?
I don't feel super super confident about it because I don't have any trained skill ranks in it.
So, and we don't have any destiny pool left.
I think 10,000 getting the ship registered in name of our choice, which let's say we already have, and that not becoming complicated with potential despairs seems like a pretty good result.
All right.
He does that. He does that thing where he puts his arm on his back. He's like, "What? No counteroffer?"
Well, how can I argue with such a generous
Tell you
starting
what.
bit?
Tell you what. I feel a bit generous. The deal remains the same. 10,000 credits on the ship in your name. But if you accept it, I might have a job for you. Completely off the record from Imperial affairs. And it has to deal with what's in that box right there. And it'll pay...
Would it be too bold to ask what's in the box?
No, it wouldn't. If you must know, it's an astrogation chart to a planet that lies outside of known space.
Out in wild space?
Mm-hmm. I have it under good authority that what lies beyond there is of intense value to myself and the Empire. And perhaps if I could hire a team of salvagers to go out and check it out for me, that might be good for them too.
What sort of compensation would these salvagers be looking at?
If they would accept the deal, we could get another 10,000 right up front. And upon completion of said mission, let's just say that would depend on what you bring back.
How far exactly is this?
Oh, I hear it's from what my sources say, a 3 to 4 day hyperspace journey.
Wow, that doesn't sound too bad.
It's apparently an unknown hyperspace lane, but since there's nothing colonized out there and it's in the middle of wild space, no one really goes there.
Well, 10,000 is, as you said, generous.
Mm-hmm.
But these salvagers, whoever they are, would have no idea what they're going into.
I have some ideas, but I can't again tell you all until you accept. Our
Looks to the group.
Our relationship can end here with you giving me the thing, and you can go on your way, or you can continue this relationship and make some money.
Yeah, Jay's actually going to agree with Lissa. Like, I'm on board with getting as far from here as possible.
It could at least give them some time to cool down and have other problems.
Yeah, plus that upfront 10,000. That'd pay for the trip at the very least.
Rakcharr shrugs and, like, whatever the three of you think is best, fine with me. I don't know much about this.
Just kind of shrugs a little bit, and I mean, it's at least sanctioned by government.
Oh, this wouldn't be sanctioned by the government.
Oh?
Off the books, remember?
It's off the books.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Remember the Imperial military frowns upon people using fringe elements like yourselves.
He's trying to use this to build up a personal power base outside of Imperial command structure, obviously.
After what happened to Tarkin.
And that was out of character, me saying that.
After what happened to Tarkin, we can't be too careful.
Standing like 5 feet in front of him, he's obviously doing this.
That'll actually ring bells. Like, Rakcharr's heard that name, Grand Moff Tarkin, before. He'll, like, nod slowly in his head.
After what happened to Tarkin, Moffs are under a lot more scrutiny to not misuse Imperial resources. So, what I'm paying you is coming out of my own personal wealth.
I don't know, guys. It sounds pretty all right to me, given what we had and what this would give us.
I'm on board.
Again, further we can get away from Forta and just this whole situation, the better.
So it's 3 yay, 1 abstain.
No.
Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Right. The Moff says, if you agree to the deals, are you agreeing?
Oh, of course.
I think we have an arrangement.
Great.
Yes.
Now, if you'll hand the box to my sergeant over here.
Alright. Rakcharr will stride confidently with the box and hand it without putting it down over to the sergeants.
The sergeant will take the box.
Stormtrooper to death with it.
The sergeant will, the Moff will tell him to open the box. The sergeant apparently knows the codes. And inside of it is what appears to be a data spike, which you put into a nav computer. The Moff will then say, on this data spike, we have the exact hyperspace coordinates to that planet. Give or take a few degrees.
Laana looks oddly at the size of the box and the little spike that they pull out of it.
Let's just say the box was appropriated from someone else.
We noticed.
I wouldn't worry. Also, I wouldn't worry about Forta anymore.
We weren't.
Anyways.
I am.
Anyways, here's
Shut up, Threepio.
Anyways, here's the information about the planet you're going to. From what we could tell, like there was a crashed Clone Wars era ship there. It was a test bed for a lot of, shall we say, bleeding edge technology. I want some of that technology salvaged and brought back to Imperial space to be repurposed for the Imperial war effort.
Is there anything in particular we should be looking for?
When he says things like bleeding edge technology and salvage, Jay's eyes kind of like glow brighter.
There was one thing that I would like above all else. It is the integrated slave circuit for the entire ship. And before you ask, no, it does not have anything to do with Wookiee slaves or anything like that.
Oh, I'm kind of familiar with what you're referring to.
Yes. I would like as much of that system salvaged. It'll be useful to lower the manpower requirements for our Star Destroyers. There'll be some other technologies on there. I do not know off the top of my head what they were using for. The entire ship was a gigantic test bed, and when it accidentally shot up into hyperspace with its entire crew and was never heard from again, it was a big loss for a lot of corporations. Some of whom immediately went bankrupt and folded. Others who
This is starting to sound like some Event Horizon shit.
About to say.
All right. Well, I think we can accommodate your needs.
Yes. Now we're going to make it now just to make sure that this is all fair. My second sergeant over here will be. He has inside of his 2 cases. He has the 2,000 credits. The 20,000 credits that you asked for. The 2,000 credits that you asked for.
Would say absolutely nothing about it being less.
And we'll make it quickly. The sergeant will quickly make a copy of the data spike for you. He does so, and then they return and hands one of you the data spike. The sergeant's not really sure who to hand it to.
Well, if I'm already standing there, I'll accept it.
They've made a copy of it. The data spike says you've got 20,000. You've got 20,000 credits to do with what you will. I'm not going to say there's a time frame for this. I would like to hear back within 2 galactic standard months at the very least. Any more than that, and I'll consider the mission a mission of failure. And well, you know,
We were never here, obviously.
you were never here, and I may make sure that you never return. That was not a threat. That was a joke. I'm not Tarkin. I don't like the idea of ruling through fear.
Despite his claim, still seems like a threat.
Yes, still absolutely terrified.
I'm not saying I'll kill you, but I'll kill you.
If there's anything else that you wish to ask me, say it now. Otherwise, I have business on Theta.
Oh, before you leave, Moff Ralzarek, if I'm completely to date on my current affairs, could you inform Naren Vox that his sister is currently in the Outer Rim?
I will put that through the proper channels, and I'm sure he will get it. Do you want the message directly from you, or would you like it from someone else?
Someone else, if you could.
All right. I'll do this favor for you this once. But let's remember, you owe this Moff. And with that, he turns to leave. The stormtroopers waiting until he's in the ship before they follow behind him.
Rakcharr will like watch them go, and then like his shoulders will slump a little bit, and he'll like start looking nervously towards the others.
Oh, What's bothering you now?
I didn't know the Empire was so generous.
I'm just gonna start literally laughing.
Rakcharr, offers, a nervous smile.
Jay will explain. They pay great until you fail, and then they kill you.
They might not be planning on paying us at all, or maybe, reclaiming this later, so...
Maybe start walking back towards, I don't know, the Czar?
The lamp moving.
What kind of commerce can be done here?
Most of the stuff
All
you can,
kinds.
all kinds of commerce, and it's mostly the stuff anything that has a rarity of 4 or less can be found here, basically.
Without even rolling.
Yeah, anything higher than that, you're gonna have to roll to find it.
And pay the premium on top of that.
Yes. Hey, you can get repairs, get healed up, all that sort of stuff. Gear.
Yeah.
Mostly this is
I feel like-
mostly this is an excuse for you guys to purchase stuff for the next session and spend experience.
How would you guys like to split the money?
Well, here's the thing. First of all, how much of that money is going towards ship fuel, ship repairs, docking fees, all of that?
I have
Basically
an idea.
what I'm asking.
Why
How
don't
do we
we
want
why don't we each take 4,000 and have a separate 4,000 for the ship?
to... Works for me.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Split it 5 ways, us and the ship.
The
Yeah.
docking fees, requisite bribes, refueling, minor damage and maintenance fees is all gonna add up to around 200. It's gonna add up to 250 credits from here.
It's kind of like a savings that once we get enough in there, and we might even kick in some from our personals, we get closer, we can afford to buy things for the ship.
Yep.
Be around 250 credits from here. Mind you, that's gonna be a rather usual price, but sometimes it'll be higher or lower.
Okay. That's
Who wants to track
I'll
that?
keep track of the ship money.
Ship money!
Ship money.
Okay. Now would probably be a good time to say, hey, congratulations, that's the end of... Well, no, this is really the end of Session 1. You guys can still do roleplay and all that strip, and I can be here to necessitate it. But hey, you're all getting 15 XP for this first session.
15 XP, woo!
Experience.
Experience hype?
Alright, award,
All right.
15
all right.
XP.
All right.
And
Now the sessions to come, Aaron. Don't walk in front of me and take the hits.
I was behind you and I got my ass
I know.
shot.
The fucking J3PO walks up, the Gamorrean's like, prizes!
I was getting a clear shot.
Do I attack the Wookiee in melee, or do I attack the protocol droid in melee?
Yeah,
Kinda have to go.
Jay had a bad day today.
He had a really bad day.
He was almost cloven in twine.
We had a 2 points away from your character dying that day.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain. I don't even. It's way past happening. I'm pretty sure he actually died there.
No.
I don't think the game takes into account the plus for previous wounds, does it?
It does.
Okay, because
It's the only way he could have got 109 on that roll was because of that.
Yeah, he rolled a 99, so he
Okay,
actually
I
couldn't
see.
have died immediately.
Yeah,
he rolled a
if
99.
it didn't, and that plus 10 would have pushed it up into the you die after next
Yeah,
turn.
it does. If you mouse over the roll, it'll show you that it added the extra 10. And
All right.
obviously the 109 speaks for itself.
Then I had nothing to worry about.
No, he was still close to dying, but hey.
Oh, extremely.
Yeah, and there you go. There you go, Aaron. You wanted to see that Vicious 3 from the Vibro Axe in action. It just so happened that was you.
Yeah, that was cool.
As
Right,
he's falling to the ground, he's like, "Look how effective this is."
He winks.
I mean-
One of the lights goes out.
Yeah. Well, was that one of your lights failing or wink? The other one goes out too. Okay, I'm going to be increasing my ranged heavy score by 1.
Okay.
And let's see. How's dodge work?
There.
You may use it as an incidental to take strain equal to it. to
You
add...
suffer strain, you add challenge to them or upgrade their difficulty.
Yeah,
I forget which.
because you're actively trying to dodge it.
Yeah, I'm checking right now.
Now you can buy all those attachments that you thought were interesting for your weapons, and maybe have Chris's character, modify those attachments or fuck them up.
Now, if you get a sling, I think you can even decrease the cumbersome rating of this heavy blaster rifle.
Yeah, I'm not too interested in that.
You notice how Aaron stopped using the heavy blaster rifle?
After it was shot
After he
from
got
his
shot out of
hand.
his hands, like, whatever. I'm picking
Or
up this
he was hit
vibro
so
axe
hard
and I'm
he
taking it
dropped.
home.
You notice he didn't pick the heavy blaster
That's
rifle back
true.
up again?
That's because he wanted to have the vibro axe instead.
Yeah. He doesn't have the encumbrance for all that.
That's right,
I
dude.
barely do right now.
With my encumbrance of 10, I was able to carry both the heavy blaster and vibro axe. Woo!
And then you collapse into a heap of Wookiee.
No.